Roman numerals, but most suspect the label originated with the familiar mocker of the residents practiced by the police, who refer to the building among themselves as the Ivory Tower. The open structures, windows, porches, connecting walkways, are caged in mesh of heavy gauge. Formerly, from the gangways and balconies, refuse was sometimes thrown. Bricks were tossed down on enemies, as in the Middle Ages. Drunks and dopeheads stumbled to their death, and several persons were pushed. Around 3 or 4 windows you can see the ragged, blackening marks of bygone fires, and at street level on the bricks, in rounded letters, the initials of Ordell's gang have been inscribed in phosphorescent colors etched in black. BSD, Black Saints' Disciples. His set, the branch of the gang which Ordell heads, the T4 Rollers, is often celebrated too, and some daring members of Gangster Outlaws, a rival organization, have also put their marks here. Wall-banging, as it is known. Occasional messages of personal affirmation, quickly sprayed, appear now and then as well. D-Ron is cool. Lucifer. Inside, Ordell nods to security. Chuck he named. Chump rent-a-cop from Kendall County Housing Authority, huddled in a concrete shelter with a small window of bulletproof glass. Chuck getting half a one. $50 every month from Ordell. And Chuck, he liked to love hardcore, man. See him. Chuck damn well salute. In the entry, the sole illumination is from a Pepsi machine with a heavy padlock. Every electrical fixture is gone, stolen to sell or put out by some saint who prefers to do business in the dark. Bare wires in twisted bunches snake from the walls. The atmosphere is sodden with the bitter reek of hallway filth and broken plumbing. The paint is old. The pipes, exposed overhead, have grown rust stains and mold. The impression is of a bunker, something built to survive the bomb. The floor is concrete, the walls are cinder block. Everything is marked with gang signs. The Saints' halo, the capped 4, which represents the T4 Rollers, and names: D-Town, Mycomite, Babyface, Priest, written in school markers or, more often, smoked into the plasterboard or paint with a cigarette lighter. The elevator, one of them, is working again today, and hardcore rides to 17. The first 5 floors of this building are more or less deserted now, given up by folks who found even $38.50 a month too high a price for a life where beds had to be placed on the floors to avoid the gunfire, where the safest sleeping was in the bathtub. When he lets himself in, hardcore hears the old woman's husky breath, clotted by the deteriorations of living, emerging from one of the 2 back rooms he lets her have. Ordell has the 2 front rooms, where he watches. From up here he can see the entire operation. Sometimes the police, Tic-Tac, as the Saints call the Kendall County Municipal Police Force Tactical Unit, the ones who won't accept hardcore's money, and a few who do, sit down there and watch. They're wondering, he knows, how come this nigger's so cool? How come it frees up whenever they on the scene? Because Ordell sees. From here, he got all them tiny gangsters, the youngest gang members, peepers, as they're called, roving, scoping. Any police, any rent-a-cop, any limp DEA, any of them mothers truck into them towers, hardcore gonna know. On the street that cuts a perpendicular, there are 2 3-flats, and some tiny gangsters down there on the steps each day, servicing the cars that pull up. They got rock, bottles, crank, sometime pills. Some top-rank gangsters, veterans in BSD, they all slang a couple zones, sell a couple ounces. To they homies, every week. Be tight, all they need. Not Ordell. He got 'em houses and ladies, he got a blazer and a slick BMW 755. Shit, he got his gold.
To keep listening to this audiobook, I've left you a link in the description so you can do it, at no cost thanks to Audible's 30-day free trial.